Bruyne has come around. Holland! Goal! It's Mo Salah! It's Mo Salah! Absolutely sensational!
I'm alive. Welcome back for another deadline stream. Good evening. I almost said good morning. Good evening, everyone. How are we all today? Thank you for joining me already for this deadline stream. It is Gameweek 25, non-stop FPL again. We've got double Gameweek 26 coming just a few days away, so it's an exciting part of the season again. What do we do with Saka though? I've still got to sell him, so Saka's leaving my team during the stream. Do I go Rice? Do I go Timber? What are you guys doing if you had Saka? Have you sold him already? Are you selling him? What's the plan? Welcome to the stream, Razan, Bill, Torb, Liam, Jack, ISCA Football, Virendra, Jan, Isaac, Yash, Heather, FPL Joe, Timothy. Good to see lots of members. Chris is here, Gazaroo, Immortal Trekneek. Welcome all to the stream. I'm alright, yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, Shackle. I'm not too bad. I mean, my team's a bit mudded now. Like, I shouldn't have spent 2 transfers selling Ekatike last week. So that was worst transfer of the season. Hopefully that is the worst one I'll make all season. Ekatike to Mbuma. I did it a week early. I shouldn't have done it. And then obviously now Saka's got injured. So instead I've got to deal with that. And I'm going to have to play Mane against Chelsea. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. I'd be very jammy if I get anything from Mane. But I mean, he scored last game week. It was just offside, but he did actually score last week. And he came away with, what was it, 0.62 XGI. Like, he's actually quality. For an 18-year-old, he's absolute class. So, yeah, hopefully I get something jammy from him at home to Chelsea. And obviously he's got the double after that. Hopefully he starts in both of those. So, yeah, welcome to the stream. Get any questions you've got in the chat. Gueye or Mukiele? I'm not expecting much from either, but I'd probably go Gueye between those two. Chris says, I'm still standing, Oscar, even though I'm 4 million rank. Morning, mate. How are we? Thoughts on Strand Larsen? He's one of my favourite players in FPL from last season. Like, he absolutely carried me last season. Everyone was going João Pedro last season when he was at Brighton, and I went Strand Larsen, and João Pedro did nothing over that run after everyone picked him up. And Strand Larsen was unbelievable for like 5.2 mil. He scored a few braces for me, but he's a wait and see for me. Like, let's see how he does against Brighton, and then maybe you could buy him before. I think it's Burnley home and Leeds home, 26 and 27. So wait and see. I would wait and see. And obviously we don't know what's up with Mateta. Like, he was meant to go to Milan, wasn't he? And what's the situation there? That's got to be a bit awkward now, back in the changing room. It's like, oh, hello again. Because he had like some knee injury that was flagged up during the medical, right? Shoz, thank you very much for becoming a member. Thank you, Shoz. Appreciate you, mate. Thanks for that. So I think Timber starts, but if I was going to buy Timber this week, it's a -4. So I don't know how I feel about taking a -4 when I'm not completely 100% certain he starts. I think he should do, but if he was to start this game week, it would be 3 starts in 7 days. And he did miss training completely yesterday, which I think was load management. Arteta was asked and he said he's fine. So I think Timber's fine, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Because I was looking at Saka to Verts and O'Reilly to Timber. And that does fix O'Reilly in my team, so that's one good thing. It also lets me bench Mane. And it fixes Saka still, but it's a -4 hit. If I knew Timber was going to start, like, I would have done it, but I think I'm just going to go for Rice. And to be fair, like, what do you guys think? What do you think Rice's effective ownership is going to be this week? So last week, Rice was 54.8% EO. Like, what's that going to be off the back of the Saka injury? Do you reckon, like, 70? So, to be fair, if I just go Rice, the other thing is I don't have to stress about Rice's high effective ownership. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine Arsenal concede, Rice scores, and someone else who's really high, like João Pedro, scores. Like, my rank would be absolutely in the mud. Like, it's hard to come back from that in a game week. So at least I don't have to stress about that as well, because Rice is super high owned and I'll pick him up. Steve, thank you for the super chat. Saka to Mbumo or Verts? I think Mbumo if I was picking either, Steve. I went Mbumo last week. I still think Mbumo, even though he blanked. I think he's great. I mentioned him in my, I think it was the experts video this week. If you look at the last 6 matches played, he's top in the league for expected goal involvement. Obviously, last 6 played for him means you have to go back a while because it's like 3 recently and then 3 before AFCON. So it's a bit of a weird way of looking at stats, but I went last 6 just to see a broader data range, and he's actually top in the league for XGI. So I still think Mbumo's great. It's not ideal that Cunha and Sesko scored last game and he didn't, but he did play the 90. We came off in like the 96, so I think Mbumo. Has anyone else gone Mbumo this week? Saka replacements, like Rice if you need a triple up for the, well, Rice if you're not going triple defence, and Mbumo, Enzo, Verts, they're all great. Obviously Bruno number 1. Ciao to Gabriel, very nice, that's a good move, I like that. So what you just said, is Verts enough of a differential than Rice to make a transfer? I just think also this week Rice is still better because he's got Sunderland home and Verts has got City. Like, Verts has been great, to be fair, so I like Verts a lot, and I think by going for Rice now, I'm going to have to push Verts back until, is it Game Week 28 or something? They've got West Ham home, yeah. So I'll probably get Verts in Game Week 28 now. Don't think you can see that, but 28 they've got West Ham home, 29 is Wolves, 30 Spurs home, 31 Brighton away. So I'll basically get him for 4 game weeks. Chris, thank you for the super chat as well. And Colin said Saka and stack out Rice and Bimo in -4 or just Saka to Rice. No, I think both is worth it, Colin. I think that's a really nice pair of moves. And I saw Stacks flagged. I don't know what the situation is there, but I did see he's picked up a flag. The in-laws were over today, early today, with their daughter, and he plays FPL. So I was looking at his team and I saw Stacks flag. I was like, oh, I didn't even know Stack was flagged. So I would say do both of those moves. I think that's worth a hit. Hanine says, why would O'Reilly need fixing? If not left back, he plays number 8. Yeah, he can play 2 positions. He's got that going in his favour. But Aït-Nouri's actually played well recently. And Pep's been playing a 4-2-2-2, which I think suits Aït-Nouri more as well. But yeah, he does have that in his favour. He can play 2 positions. But it's not out of the question for Aït-Nouri to start left back and 2 other players to play in midfield, and O'Reilly misses out. I'm kind of hoping he misses this one and then starts home to Fulham, because I'm also going to have to start him in Game Week 26. This is the other thing about not taking the hit for Timber. Honestly, I've been going back and forth all week about transfer options. Because if I take the -4, O'Reilly to Timber, I don't have to worry about O'Reilly next week. Whereas I'm going to have to hope that O'Reilly starts home to Fulham. So it's a lot to think about. And I've already committed now. Like, Timber's risen. I'm going Rice. And I'm not taking the hit. But it could go either way, this one. I really like Wirtz. I really want him. And I don't like having no Liverpool attack now. But it can wait. How long's Saka out? Well, Arteta's not given any like clear answer on it, but I think he's going to miss the double game week entirely. Any word on the new website feature, Oscar? Yeah, so we were meant to launch it last game week, and in the end it wasn't quite ready. It wasn't picking up everything we wanted to pick up. But if you want, I can show you. I can do an exclusive reveal on the stream and show you guys what this new thing we've been working on for a long time. Like, this has been in the works for weeks, and it's something that's not been done in FPL before, so I think it's going to be really cool. But I think it's more geared towards like FPL enthusiasts that care about this sort of thing. So stuff like players can lose or gain DEFCON, and then you don't even know about it until like the next update, or if someone's gone through all of the Opta stats. You've seen that happen before? Like, it's like, oh, they've gone from 10 to 9 DEFCONs and he's lost it. Or it's like, oh, he's gained a DEFCON, he's going to get me 2 extra points. Or what often also happens is players move into bonus, or they drop out of bonus. So it's not going to quite make sense if I show you the page, but you'll see the theory of it and what it's going to do. So, exclusive reveal. This might not mean much to some of you, but we've been working on this so hard for ages. It's actually an incredibly complex widget, because it has to pull in loads of Opta stats. But it'll tell you in advance what's going to happen with the bonus points, and it's going to tell you in advance what's going to happen with defensive contributions before they've even happened in FPL. So, for example, you'd be like, ignore the players here because they won't make sense. But let's say you captain Bruno this week, and he moves up from 1 to 3 bonus. You'll be like, you'll see here 1 to 3, and they've got like a few icons. Like, that means it's live in FPL. This means it's pending. Or this means it's not even going to happen in FPL because it's the end of the game week. And the same with defensive contributions. So you're going to be able to see exactly who's gaining or losing DEFCON before it officially happens in FPL. And basically people won't have to manually look it up anymore and work out who's going to gain and lose. So yeah, it's a brand new thing that's coming soon. Hopefully this game week. We'll have to see how it picks up all the changes this week. But yeah, I think it's huge. And it's going to be completely free as well. And it uses Opta data. So yeah, I'm excited to launch that. We'll see when. Hopefully this game week. Awesome widget, says Razan. Joe says, oh my god, are you doing the live Opta data build up for BPS and DEFCON? Yeah, it will be live. So you'll see actual changes that are going to happen, even if they're not reflected in FPL. Like, sometimes what happens is a game ends, let's say tomorrow ends at one of the 3 o'clock ends at 5 PM. That night they're like, oh, we found 2 more DEFCONs, and you won't see those points in your FPL team until the next night, so like over 24 hours later. But now you'll see, right, this is what's going to happen in my team. Why don't you use face cam in videos? Yeah, it's a good question. I guess it's like a variety of reasons. Like, one is I don't have to make myself look presentable for videos. So that's like a big one for me. I can just roll out of bed and just type up my script. Oh yeah, that's another reason. I type up everything I'm going to say in videos. Every video is technically like a 2,000 word article. And it doesn't quite work. Like right now it's fine because I'm just talking and spitballing. But my videos are typed so they're a bit more concise. But it's kind of messy to like read the words off the screen while I'm on cam. So I don't think it would quite work. And I just think also it suits my video style more. Like, you totally, like I think I use really nice graphics and animations, and not being on camera kind of draws the attention to them more than me. Just use ChatGPT, not happening. Joe says Faceless for the win. He's also a Faceless channel. Check him out if you're not subscribed to Joe. What did I say? Someone said something about no camera aura. When is the new widget coming? Hopefully this game week. I'm going to take this off. Oh. Hopefully this game week. Basically, I just want to see 100% that it picks up all the changes. If it definitely picks up all the changes, then it's going to hopefully launch this game week. But it's just been so fiddly. Like I won't even bore you with the details, but it's ended up such a complicated widget that there was so much more to it than we anticipated. So hopefully this game week. It's a different type of video. Most FPL creators use cameras, and that makes your content unique. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the kind words, everyone. Right, I think I'm a bit behind on chat. So Chris says, do I start Thiago or Chow? I would start Thiago. Captain and Mbumo or Palmer? I would go Palmer between those two, if I really want to back either of those. Mark says, hi Oscar, I've got one transfer, 1.1 mil. Right, Dubravka, Gabriel, Cucurella, Van Dijk, Haaland, Mane, all chips available. So Gabriel, okay, Cucurella, Van Dijk, 1.1 mil. Cherki, Enzo, Saka, Anderson, Bruno. So, what is that? 4-5-1 this week. So really, it's just Keane that's the problem then. Midfield is great. Oh, if Cherki plays, you're gonna have to sell Keane, I think, because Mikalenko's back. So I don't know if he definitely starts. So who's a good defender that you can afford? How much is Keane? What's Keane like? 4.6 or something. I don't think you can afford Chalobah, can you? Who's a good defender right now? You could go Anderson. He's got Everton home. And he's got Burnley home in 31. You could start him against Sunderland and West Ham. I would consider that. Keane to Anderson, Mark. Yeah, 4. So yeah, that's like the same price, isn't it? He's 4.6. Yeah, I think I'd do that, Mark. Keane's got to go. Like, he's a problem now. He was meant to be benched last week, but Mikalenko had to pull out, so then he got the start. Like, Moyes did not plan to start 4 centre-backs. Cheers. What's everyone drinking for this stream? What are we on? Water? Orange juice? Beer? Yeah, that's what I would do. So your midfield was Cherki, Enzo, Saka, Anderson. Oh, you got Saka, sorry. So you're going to have to take a -4. Saka to Rice. I think sorry, I'll take that back, Mark. I think I would do Saka to Rice. Maybe Cherki to Mbumo, just because Cherki's flagged. I think that's a -4, and you'd have to do that and play Mane 4-3-5-2. I think that's better, Mark. You're gonna have to take a -4. Yeah, what are we saying? Drinking Budweiser left over from New Year's. Drinking Regret. Pepsi Max Cherry, very nice. Water, Vimto. Stella 0%. Coffee, Fanta, very nice. Yeah, I think you've got to take a -4 there, Mark, basically. Because you've got Saka, but you've also got like Keane, you've got Estev. So many good options when you downgrade Saka. Like maybe you could do Q to Thiago. Which is better though? Which is better? This is actually a really hard one. Mbumo's. If you can afford that, Mark, Saka to Rice, Q to Thiago. It's a little bit early on Thiago, but I think it's worth it. Top 3 captains this game week. Captaincy widgets got Bruno top, then Gabriel, then Timber, then Palmer, then Salah. Who are you guys going with? Is anyone not going Bruno? Is anyone not Gabriel captain? They're like 59% on the clean sheet odds. If you're ever going to captain a defender... Oh, actually, I was going to say, if you ever captain a defender, it's this week, but actually it's also next week. Like 26, I think I'll probably captain Gabriel as well. Can you afford that, Mark? If you can, do that. Otherwise, do Rice and Mbumo. Kano said, I'm considering that Haaland's never scored at Anfield and Zoboslai's on set pieces. Should I start Zoboslai and bench Haaland? I wouldn't bench Haaland in any fixture, honestly. I definitely wouldn't do that. I know he's a bit out of form and all that, but I wouldn't bench Haaland for Zoboslai personally. Bobby says, hey Oscar, any wild captaincy shouts? I'm thinking Bowen. Yeah, Bowen's not a bad shout either for Burnley. But I think if I was going against Bruno, I'd consider like a Gabriel or Palmer. Bowen's actually not a bad shout though. Yeah, I like Bowen. Yeah, so who do I actually vice captain? Haaland or Bruno? Should I change? I actually hadn't thought about vice captaincy, like just in case. You never know. Like Bruno basically never misses up, but I think I actually go Gabriel vice. I think that makes sense. I'm going to back the captaincy widget on that one. I think I would agree with that actually, which is crazy. Vice captain and Gabriel over Haaland, but yeah. Alright, let me keep going with questions. Faisal says, what do you think of Gordon to Ndai? I prefer Sarr to Ndai because he's potentially on pens. Brighton's not a bad fixture. Then he's got Burnley home and Leeds home. I think I prefer him to Ndai. Is there anyone else? Like if you haven't got Enzo, he's better. And Boomer, if you can afford him, I'm guessing you might not be able to. I think Sarr just about. Sarr does blank in 31 in all likelihood, so it is a transfer back out later, but we've still got a lot of free transfers to come between now and then, so I think it's alright. JLC says, is Mane your new Strand Larsen? I think actually it's Thiago, but I don't know if that's a good comparison, because last season no one really picked up on Strand Larsen, even when he started hitting form. He just sort of stayed out of everyone's teams. Whereas Thiago has actually become really popular. Because I picked him up. He's 7.1 mil now. I bought him for 6.2 mil. Back in here. At Gameweek 11. So this is like months ago. And he's just been in my team since. And he got a brace straight away. And then he scored. And then another brace. Blanks and loads of blanks. Hat-trick brace. Yeah, maybe Thiago is... It could be Mane. If Mane scores against Chelsea and then he does something in the double, then he could be the new Strand Larsen. Have any of you guys got like a favourite FPL player this season who you sort of immediately springs to mind when it's like who's been good for you this season? For me, it's Mukiele and Thiago for sure. I think those would be the two. I know Guy says, do I play Hudson-Odoi or Goodmanson? I'm not sure on Hudson-Odoi's recent minutes, so if they've been good recently, I'd rather start the attacker there. But if he's like been getting benched, I actually can't even recall his minutes, but start Hudson-Odoi if he's getting starts lately. Kroupy, Mukiele, Anderson, Wilson. Oh yeah, Wilson. People that got on Wilson earlier laughing because he just doesn't stop returning. Roofs is a good one. Bruno G. Oh yeah, that run he went on like 3 double-digit returns in a row. Nick has a question. Nick Diakos, bench Thiago, Wilson, DCL or Rodgers? Out of those, I would say DCL. Bench DCL. I'd rather start Thiago, Wilson and Rodgers. I think they're just all better than DCL. Marcus, thanks for the 42 months. Gordon to Ndai or Sarr? I would go Sarr, yeah. Sarr edges it for me, even though he probably blanks in 31. Benji says, start 2, Munoz, Tarkowski and Rice. Keep up the good work. I definitely would start Rice. Munoz, Tarkowski. Like, Tarkowski's got the... I guess they're similar on clean sheet odds, but he's better for Defcon. Munoz has got the goal threat. Probably Tarkowski, honestly. I'm not sure about Palace defence and Munoz right now. Actually, Munoz is another one. I had him early in the season and he was unbelievable for me. Like most people went Richards or Lacroix, and I managed to get to Munoz and he was insane. I think he was the top scoring defender up until that injury when I had to get rid of him. So I love Munoz, but they've lost Guay. Glasner's like leaving now at the end of the season. So it just feels a bit different now. So I'd say Tarkowski edges that. Idol says bench won this game week. Ekatike, Thiago, Anderson and Enzo. It'd have to be Anderson out of those. He's a low ceiling pick, Anderson, so I'd bench Anderson. I'm Trick says, is it worth -4 Dorgu to Chalobah? Depends who you start instead of him, basically. Like, if you don't have a defender, definitely. If you've got a really dodgy alternative defender, like if you have to play, I don't know, Alderete away at Arsenal, then I would say, yeah, worth it. So, without knowing, I would say, yeah, that's just about worth it. You should get the 4 points back over the next 3, realistically, shouldn't you? Dave says he's got Timber, Saka, Rice. He's doing Saka to Rice or Verts. If I go Verts, I'll do Hall to Saliba or Keller, Ryan 26. Is it worth to just go Rice? I think just go Rice and save a transfer. It could honestly go either way. Triple defence versus double defence and Rice. So I would just save yourself a transfer. That's my plan. Chris says Richards to Timber for a -4 or roll Pickford to Ryan 26. If I knew Timber was starting, I would say it's worth it because it's like the best clean sheet odds you're going to see all season pretty much. Like 58%, you're likelier to get the hit back than you're not. But is there a small chance he doesn't play? I think it's a small chance. Do you guys think Timber starts? Let's do a poll. I think he probably does, but it would be 3 games in 7 days. He played the whole 90 against Chelsea in the League Cup. I think he probably does, but I just wouldn't risk it. I'd just roll. This is Dave says, I meant I have Gabriel, Saka, Timber, not Rice. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand what you meant. So yeah, I'd still do Saka to Rice. Yeah, I got you. I knew what you meant. Momo Sissoko says, hi Oscar, 3 free transfers, Saka to Palmer punt, Gameweek 26 will be in Dye to Rice. It is a little bit punty in it for how much he costs. Like, do you have Bruno or Mbumo or Enzo? I honestly think those 3 could be better than Palmer right now. Do you guys agree with that? It's not the same Palmer right now. Like, he's got this ongoing issue. And I think I'd honestly place Bruno, Mbumo and Enzo ahead of Palmer right now. And they're all scoring better than him, so I just don't even know if it's worth it. You must not have one of those 3. I think you just go straight to Rice. Yeah, Hugh says Palmer's not worth it. Anu says, I got Raya, Timber, Saka, 2 free transfers, get Gabriel or Rice or who? I think Gabriel's more important to own than Rice. Yeah, I would go triple defence. I would go Rice. Yaj says, sell Evan Nilsson, who I got last week, to João Pedro for free. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Is that because you wondered if like João Pedro would be benched last week? I remember we were talking about him last week and I said I don't think he'll start this week, so I'd be reluctant to buy him. And then obviously he didn't start, so that was right. But then he came off the bench and got like 10 points, so he made me look a right mug. Yeah, for the next 3 fixtures, I think that's probably worth it. I mean, Delap also started in the League Cup. Shout out to Stonehouse, hope you're doing well, mate. I'll be on clubs later. Twitch says, start 2, bench 2, Cash, Krupi, Wilson, Thiago. I'll start Thiago, and I would start Wilson. Annihilism says, I'm planning to sell Bowen in Gameweek 26. Should I go for Ekitike or João Pedro, given only 2 of his fixtures are great? Or should I opt for either Rodgers and Mbumo Verts in for Xhaka or Van Dijk in for Tarkowski? I would rather Ekitike in 26 than João Pedro. But it is a crazy pair of fixtures for João Pedro. So, like, if you're sitting on 3+ transfers, I think you could make the case for hopping on João Pedro for 2 games. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. I'd just go Ekitike. Yeah, I think selling Bowen makes sense soon after this game. And Mbumo and Verts I like a lot as well. Not as much, more than Rodgers. Page says, is it worth wildcarding to get rid of Haaland? I'm really not feeling him this season, and I could really better allocate the funds to Bruno, Raya and Virgil. I know like this week he's got Liverpool, but there are some games coming up where I'm still going to captain him. I think. Leeds away. I'd still be happy to own him against Fulham home, even though I wouldn't captain him. He's got Forest home, West Ham away. I think this season the premiums are underperforming. Saka's injured, Palmer's not doing it, Salah's not doing it. I think it's easy enough to have all the players you want and Haaland, personally, but I've not looked at it that much. I know some people are doing well without him. Oh, Nihilism, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, Nihilism. Frederick says Rodgers and Tarkowski for Mbeumo and Anderson. Sorry, just the other thing on the wildcard, that other question. I would save it if you can for Gameweek 32 and then just kind of nail the end of the season. Because I'm thinking about dead-ending my team into the blank in 31. Then wildcard straight away into 32. 33 will be a double, so you could bench boost that, or maybe a free hit, triple captain, not sure yet. I think the wildcard's going to be better used later, unless your team's in a real mess. Frederick said Rodgers and Tarkowski for Mbeumo and Anderson, or Bruno G and Tarkowski for Wirtz and Anderson with 2 free transfers. Okay, so Mbeumo Anderson, Wirtz Anderson. I think. So can you not afford to sell Bruno G and Tarkowski for Mbeumo and Anderson? Is that not affordable? Mbeumo is 8.5. Are you just priced out of that or something? Versus 8.3. I would say selling Bruno G is better, because Rodgers is still not a bad pick. So I would say the latter combination, Frederick, longer term. This week it's not great, but longer term I think that's better. Akshat says, hi Focal, start Donnarumma / Dubravka and Gudmundsson / Garner. I would say Gudmundsson. Donnarumma versus Dubravka. Oh, that's got to be close on the clean sheet odds. What's it saying? Burnley 21%, Man City 18%. I think they both concede, but I would go Dubravka out of those. 13 Killin says, hi Oscar, I've got Raya, Chalobah, Gabriel Anderson, Enzo Rodgers. And you've got 2 transfers and 2.1 mils. Saka and Tavernier to Rice and Bruno. Anything else? No, I think you got it perfect there. Those are the 2 most obvious moves. You're getting rid of 2 injured players. You're getting Rice, who's brilliant for the next 2 game weeks, and Bruno, who's near an essential at this point. Yeah, you got it bang on there. Nihilism says, when is the best time to triple captain and who on? So 26 is obviously an opportunity. You could go Gabriel. We don't know. It's too high. We don't actually know when the other doubles, or who's going to double in later game weeks. Like 33, it could be a double for Man City, but then Haaland would have Arsenal that game week. I think it's 36 is the other one. But it depends on how City progress. Like 36 would be amazing for Haaland, because he would have Brentford home. I forgot what the other game would be. Would it be Palace home? Yeah, anyway, so I'm not actually sure yet. I'm going to think about it next week before the next deadline. But as it stands, I think I'm going to save it and just hope for a better week later. 71% say Timber starts, 29% say doesn't. Let's do a triple captain poll. So we'll go in Game Week 26 on Gabriel, in Game Week 26 on Rice, or later game week. The light keeps flickering. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. It's a really good double for Arsenal, so it's actually quite a close call, but I feel like there's going to be a better one later, a better week, but not, yeah, it's hard to say. What did Tom go with in the end? He was looking at doing Gordon to Sarr. Let me just dim this light, that's driving me mad. Right, hopefully that sorted it. I shouldn't have fiddled with it right before going live. Yeah, Gabriel definitely is a good shout. Like, let's say Arsenal keep 2 clean sheets and he gets DEFCON in one of those. That's going to be 14 points plus maybe a little bit of bonus. So let's say 15 points. That's 45 points from Gabriel alone. Imagine if he goes and scores as well. That's like the moonshot, but like there is definitely upside in going Gabriel in the double. Like it's definitely viable. I need to think about it more this weekend though. I've actually not thought about it enough. Bruno G to Rice or wait a week? No, I'd make that switch. He might not even start. Start Virgil or Thiago? Start Thiago. He scored a brace against Newcastle in the reverse game. I'm kind of hoping Bruno G misses out again because he's a huge loss for them. Dagian says, forced a wildcard after drunken hits last week. Do you have a draft? Roger and Bumo, Verts, Pedro Ekitike, Chalobah, Sanchez, what keeper? Best cheap mid, Anderson. I have to think long term. Okay, so wildcard. I think I would go. Just trying to think I would go Sarr as my backup keeper. I probably would. I think I'd keep Raya. Oh, you can't go. Maybe not. Maybe Dubravka. Because you can't go Raya and Jose Sarr. I'd leave Mane in. Probably leave Thiago in. What would I change? I think I'd go Rice. Oh, triple defense does look good. I think I'd leave Van Dijk in, honestly. I wouldn't have O'Reilly. I'm actually not sure how I'd fill these last few spots. Maybe Chalobah for the next 3. What have we got left? 11.3 mil. But you're going to have to think about the bench boost as well, so that's what's quite tricky. So it's hard to think about that on the fly, because you are going to have to bench boost at some point. Maybe Rodon as the enabler. 7.4 mil left. Maybe Shardo and bench him. 4-4-2. Something like that. Yeah, it's quite hard to think about because you need to think about the bench boost as well and where to use it. But something like that and play a 4-4-2. I really like Shardo after his suspension, but maybe there's someone you could have instead in the interim. But yeah, hopefully something like that would help. Go no Haaland. Yeah, I mean, you could go no Haaland and then you just take a punt on Palmer. That's also worth looking at. So you go Palmer, Enzo, Chalobah. Triple Chelsea for the next 3 game weeks. Bench boost 33. Yeah, I think that's what I'll be doing. But it's so hard to plan for that now if you're wildcarding this week. Like, I'll be wildcarding the week before it, in all likelihood. Look, Maka says 0 outfield bench for Bruggen to Raya or Dorgu to Timber. I think Verbruggen to Raya, but it's so close that, because you needed everyone else to play. I think Verbruggen to Raya. Just for that tiny chance that Timber doesn't play. I think Timber's about 80% to start, maybe even higher than that. Who would be a number 1 non-Arsenal defender to buy for the long term? I honestly still think Van Dijk. They've been a bit unlucky not to have more clean sheets. Like, they're the top defence for XGC of the last 6. City this week, obviously not great to start him, but if you can bench him longer term, I think he's great. So yeah, like Sunderland, Forest, West Ham, Wolves, Spurs, Brighton, I would consider Van Dijk. FPL Cat Lady says, best forward to buy this week. I've got HL, Mane and Gu. Is that Haaland? I think I would go Thiago. I know it's a little bit early because he's got Newcastle and Arsenal, but I think long term Thiago is probably the best forward after Haaland. So I would say Thiago. Ekitike is good as well, but probably go Thiago. Like on that wildcard draft I just made, I had Thiago, not Ekitike. Prince Farouk says, hey Oscar, I'm just back from work. I hope you're having a good one. I did Enzo for Saka and I've got 3 million to play around with. I've got Raya and Gabriel. -4 to bring Rice for Rutter, Lefay, or Timber for Mukiele. If you're having to start any of those players, I would take the -4 for Rice. Probably Rutter. What's Rutter minute? What's his minutes been like recently? Jorginho. Yeah, I'd get rid of him. His minutes are just all over the place. 59, 2, 24. You need way more minutes in an FPL asset, and more reliable than that. So I would take the -4 for Rice. FPL Apprentice, thanks for the 26 months. The important question, does pineapple belong on pizza? Not for me. I've never been a fan of pineapple on pizza or ham and pineapple. I normally just get a veggie one or like a pepperoni, but pineapple, no. So 45% are going Gabriel triple captain in 26. 8% using it on Rice, 47% not sure yet. So I wonder if there's anyone out there that's going to have... Yeah, there's going to be loads of songs. Triple defense and triple captain Gabriel. So what's that? So you could have up to 10 clean sheets from 3 players. Is that right? Yeah. I mean, that literally does not get any swingier than triple captain and Gabriel if you also have triple Arsenal defence. Take a brave FPL manager to do that. But like, if they keep back-to-back clean sheets, you are absolutely laughing in the double. Like, you're flying up the ranks. But like, if someone scores in one of those 2 games, or even both, the downside is also huge. But I genuinely don't mind triple defence. I was planning to do it until Timber didn't show up in training yesterday. I still think he probably starts, but I just don't want to risk it for a -4. Ibs B4H says, hey mate, who in your opinion to sell out of Thiago or Ekitike or Semenyo for a cheaper player to make room for Bruno? I would, out of all of those, I think it'd actually be Semenyo. I think Thiago and Ekitike are really nice long term. Semenyo could be, but I think it would be Semenyo out of those 3 to make room for Bruno. Yeah. Esteve versus O'Reilly. I would start Esteve, honestly. Home fixture, better chance of DEFCON. You know he's going to probably start. Bench Keane or Van Dijk. The problem with Keane is Keane wasn't meant to start last game week, so I'd probably just go Van Dijk, play it safe. Is Haaland starting? Probably does, but it's definitely not a certainty. Marmoush scored again, didn't he, in the cup? Haaland was benched. Saka and Ruth to Rice and Ryan -4. I like that. That's worth a hit for me, Frederick. Bench Dewsbury Hall and Munoz. 50-50 that. Probably bench Dewsbury Hall, start Munoz. So why isn't Haaland on my bench? Well, who am I going to start? I'm not starting like bloody Lefay or Mukiele away at Arsenal. I'm certainly not starting O'Reilly over Haaland. I'd have to have a crazy squad to be benching Haaland in a fixture. It's just you start him. It is what it is. Tavernier to Enzo for a -4 bench Kroupy. Probably just start Kroupy. and save the hit. You need Enzo to score for it to be worth it. What are you doing with Rice? I'll keep him for at least a few weeks. So it'll be Saka to Rice, and then probably roll in 26. And then in 27, I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do now. Maybe bring Sharda in. I think that's when Sharda's back. Because after the next two, Brentford have got Brighton home, Burnley away, Bournemouth away, Wolves home and Leeds away. So like, what's that, 5 fixtures all the way into the blank game week are great, and they play in the blank. So I'm looking at Sharda when he's back from suspension. And it lines up perfect because it's Newcastle away, Arsenal home anyway, so we'll never have bought him anyway, and he might drop in price a little bit by then. Maybe Sharda, not sure though. Because I'll have a good amount in the bank. Can I afford to do Saka to Rice? Does that leave me only for Lefay to Sharda? Yeah, it does. So maybe that. I'll have 0.7 million, so I might even use the second transfer as well. Not sure what on yet, but potentially 2 transfers in 27, and I'd roll in 26. Maybe get rid of O'Reilly, so I could go to Collins. Could actually go triple Brentford. Obviously Collins was benched last game, but he seems to start like 9 out of every 10. Like he'd got a bench in game week 14, and then he started every game and up until last game week. So there might just be a one-off thing with him. So yeah, I could actually go triple Brentford in game week 26, maybe something like that. And I still wouldn't have taken a hit so far this season. How many hits have you guys taken now? Let's do a poll. How many how many hits have you taken over the season added up? None, -4, -8, and -12 or more. If you remember how many you've taken. Evan says pause. So struggling with this game says, hi Oscar, Bruno is obvious because Spurs are in shambles and Haaland doesn't even have the best fixture, which opens a gap. And I'm very tempted by João Pedro captain. What are your thoughts? 7-point lead in the mini league. I just think Bruno's better. Like João Pedro might even come off early. Maybe he's not even guaranteed to start, but Delap also started in the League Cup, so CHJM, I wouldn't even take a -4 for my own wife. Imran's taken a -4 this season. Bumo for Saka -4. Yeah, I like that, unless you've got someone good to start instead of Saka this week, but I like that. I think Bruno's better than João Pedro. The captain widget's got Bruno top. He's the 5 stars this week. Gabriel 3 stars. Timber, Palmer and Salah on 2. -20, but you're still 33k. And Jan says, I've done a -24 over the season, but they've all paid off. That's mad. What are you going to do? I'm looking at Saka to Rice. Just play it simple. Unfortunately. Saka injury messed everything up. What were the price changes last night? Oh, Bruno went up last night. Bowen went up. Gabriel, Timber, Mukiele went up. What's he got? Arsenal and then Liverpool. And he's gone up in price. Haaland went down. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We're about halfway in. If you're enjoying the stream, hit like below. Make sure you hit subscribe as well. We've got over 2,000 watching, so thanks all for being here. You did a -33 by accident. I mean, that's not adding up in my head. You mean 32? But you're 130k still. Very nice. I'm not sure about the -33 hit. So where did I get to here? It was, yeah, Busted Flush was saying Saka to Cole or Enzo. I can afford the Arsenal triple with Cole. I just still think Enzo is potentially better than Palmer. Better underlying data, better goal involvements. Palmer's got the pens, but Enzo's like not dealing with an ongoing injury. So I just think Enzo is potentially better than Palmer for the next 3. Palmer should have just got that surgery at the start of the season. Like, it's frustrating as well. Like right before the World Cup, because we're going to need prime Palmer. But I don't know if we're going to get that. I'm guessing he still gets the call up, but it's not looking like the Palmer we've known from past years. I am whoever. Thanks for the 16 months. Says Gordon to Sarr or Verts. I prefer Verts to Sarr personally. Sarr's great for the next 3, but Verts I like more longer term. I almost bought Verts this week as part of a -4, so my answer definitely would be Verts. Egdo says, hey Focal, is Cunha a hold right now? I've got Bruno as well. Yeah, definitely keep Cunha. After the Dorgu injury, like, he's a very straightforward hold if you've got him already. Scored last week, he'll keep starting. Akshat says Saka and Dewsbury Hall to Rice and Mbumo, or Saka and Gu to Rice and João Pedro. I think the first one is probably slightly better longer term, but it's so close. João Pedro's next 3 are ridiculous. I just like Mbumo because you can hold him all the way to 31. It saves you a transfer back out for João Pedro, but it might not matter. Like, I think I would go Mbumo personally. Alright, quick look at the scout selection. How many players have you got from the team? It's Sanchez, Gabriel, Munoz, Tarkowski, Bruno captain, Verts, Rice, Enzo, Haaland, João Pedro, and Tati. Is that how you say his name? Tati. So it'll be Gabriel for me, Bruno, Rice after I buy, Enzo, and Haaland. 5 for me this week. You got 5 as well. Mikey's on 4. Paul's got 6. Anyone beat 6? Combat's got 7. Who the hell is Tati? Is that new West Ham striker? 5.5 mil. Yeah, 5 for me this week. Mark says start Chow or Cash. I've got Thiago, so chase the upside. Yeah, I think when it's close, you just start the one that's got more upside, which is Cash for you. Grimarge to Somerville. No, I don't know about Somerville. I know it's a great fixture this week, but I don't like Somerville longer term. Definitely not for me. Yeah, I'd say Cash, Mark. And Ms. Vladut says Thiago to João Pedro of 1 free transfer. I don't think I would with 1 free transfer. I would just hold Thiago. I know he's been well frustrating, but it's just you're going to want to buy him back in 3 weeks. That's the problem. It might pay off, to be fair, but it's not a move I would make. Like, if I was sitting on here with more than 1 free transfer even, I still wouldn't do it. I'd maybe consider it, but I just don't think I would do it. Because it's 2 transfers. It's 1 to sell him, but you're going to definitely want Thiago back from Gameweek 27. Or I guess you can't even buy in 27 because you want to keep Thiago. Crabwell says Thiago gets a brace this week anyway. Barov says Saka out from Mbumo. Do I go Dubravka / Verbruggen for Raya or Alderete for Timber -4? Gabriel Senesi. So Saka out and Mbumo. Or do you go Dubravka route? I think you avoid the hit. So you go Mbumo and then you get one of Raya or Timber in the double. Probably Timber. That's what I would do. Yeah, I think I would do it that way round. and Bumo first, and then you triple up on Arsenal. You just joined the stream. What's the transfer plans? I'm looking to do Saka to Rice. I know it's boring, template wanker, but I decided against the -4 in the end. I think Timber's great, but I think it'd be a bit... I'd be so annoyed if I took a -4 for Timber and he didn't even start. It'd just be the worst hit ever. Well, not ever. I'm exaggerating. I've seen worse. Alsenia Lump says, good evening, Oscar. Wishing you a good game week. Love you. So, yeah, it's just Saka to Rice for me this week. Trossard for the glory. Honestly, I've picked him up in draft, you know. Maybe, but no. It's not worth... I wouldn't risk it. It's one of those, like, it wouldn't even be surprising if someone like Havertz or Trossard ends up topping the double, but I prefer double defence and Rice, or just triple defence, personally. We're interested to see which one comes out on top, because both look very good and it's hard to separate them. You've been a member for 3 weeks and you've not had one answer. Gray says, hey Focal, would you start Chow or Dewsbury Hall? I'd probably start Chow between those two. And Cole Sturt says, I feel you. Honestly, if I could, I would read every single question, but it's very hard. And obviously, there's also super chats, which I can't leave unanswered. So I don't intentionally ignore anyone. So I am sorry for the unanswered questions. It's just how it is. Well, I mean, if you look at how quickly questions come in, I can only pick out one and think about an answer and then say it at a time. Clean sheet odds. Where can I check my total hits, Oscar? I think you'd have to go to your gaming history and just manually add it up. How has Mane performed for you? I only bought him last week and he wasn't even meant to be in my team, but he came off the bench after Saka didn't play and he got 2 points, so not great. And I'm going to have to start him again this week, so I might give you the same answer next week. Kano, thanks for the 22 months. He says, thanks for the projections fix. Can you help with the team? Where's your team? Did you mean to put it in your message, Kano? Yeah, we literally just pushed up that fix, like right now. Let me just check if that's updated that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the projections now has the double game weeks factored in, and also the projections for each double game week fixture. So like if we go clean sheets, Arsenal are absolutely miles ahead for the next 5. Obviously because of the double in there. And I guess it'll be the same for goals. Yeah, because that double game week. Even with the double, Wolves are still right down there. But anyway, so that's live on the FPL Focal app and FPL page if you want to check it out. It's only 77p per week to become a member if you want to check it out and unlock all the premium goodies on there. You're keeping Kelleher as your keeper for Newcastle away and Arsenal home. How cooked am I? You'll probably get loads of saves, maybe a slight clean sheet. Okay, I'll have a quick look at Kano, but I don't, for future reference, normally do it in DMs just because it's a bit messy to look at my DMs. I don't even see it anyway. I'm looking at my DMs right now, so I can't help you. It's definitely not come through. Sorry, mate. Is that bloke suing you a joke? I had to double check my calendar and see if it was already April 1st. It's actually from April... No, it's not. It's not real, but I got it as an email. It's a genuine email I got. Last season I told someone to captain Palmer against Southampton home, and Palmer blanked, and then I got this email like, I'm suing you, and he made like a 2-page PDF document and all this, like breaking down why it was like negligence, and it was brilliant. So I had to make a quick short out of it because it was like one of the best emails I've ever gotten. If you ever want to email me, oscar@fpl.page. But if it's just your team, I probably won't reply if I'm honest, because I get so many of those already. But anything else, definitely email me. I do still check all the emails. Does Watkins start? I think he probably will. He's back in the squad at the very least. How's the wedding planning coming along? Oh, it's getting there. There's so much to think of because we haven't hired a planner. I'm doing it all myself. Getting there though. Still lots to finalise and sort out, but it's getting there. We went to view a place today and like for the registry, and I think we've decided we're going for it, but still lots to sort out because it's going to be this summer. Best Wolves players for the double. Maybe Mane, maybe Jose Sarr just for save points. Hwang because he's on pens, but neither of them look great. Neither look good. None of them look good. I think it's going to be about 80 guests. Harry and Ross will be there. Plus on the stag do. I'm going to have to ask Harry and Ross like in advance, can you not post any photos of me hammered on Twitter? Alright, I'll look again, Kano, but I did look and there's no message there. I don't know where you've sent it. I've just looked again, I don't have it. I literally don't have a DM. So, sorry mate, it's genuinely not come through. I've looked on Discord as well, so I haven't got it. Oh, is that you there or is that someone else? Oh, mate, honestly, it's so messy doing it in DMs like this. Like, for future reference, I can't do it in DMs. Sorry, mate. Right, let's keep going. Stag do vlog, not happening. Use AI wedding planner. I'm not doing it with AI. Stream from the stag. Maybe we'll stream pre-drinks. No, that's not happening. Dan says, can you bench one? Wilson, Semenyo, or Thiago? Semenyo out of those three. What are we saying for King of the Game Week this week? Predictions in the chat. Madueke with the 14 points got it in the end last week. What are we saying? Predictions for King of the Game Week. I might go Bowen this week. Or maybe it'd be an Arsenal player. Is that too obvious? Gabriel, João Pedro, Ahmad 15 pointer. Welcome back to another stag party. Semenyo, Palmer, Garner, Trossard, Gabriel, Cherky. Holy! David's just gifted 50 memberships to the stream. Oh my god. David with 50 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. He said wedding donation. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the 50 new members. Make sure you spam in chat and you might get one of the memberships. It gives them out at random. If you're one of the 50, if you go on Discord, if you use Discord and log into your YouTube account, you also get access to the members channel there. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot for that. That's crazy. What are we doing? King of the Game Week. We'll move back to my team. Thanks, David. Oh, another explosion. I didn't even press a button that time. It's doing it by itself. What is going? How do I stop this? Oh no. What have I done here? That better? Thank you again, David. That was chaos. Stream off the rails. Didn't take long, David. Didn't take long. Oh dear. Bro, you gifted 50 and the stream went boom. Literally. Oh dear. Right, we'll carry on. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Are you leaving Saka in? I'm not. I'm going to sell Saka for Rice. I'll do that soon. I guess I'll wait until a little bit nearer the deadline, as is tradition, but I'm definitely selling him. I think he's probably going to miss the double game week, so it's just not worth holding him. It'd be really annoying, actually, if he was potentially back for the double, because then it's like, do you keep him? But I probably still would sell if he had a chance of playing both in the double. Even then. Grant says he's got one transfer. Dubravka, Timber, Gabriel, Chalobah. You're going to bring in Rice for Cunha. Do I wait a week before the double? Yeah, I don't think you need to do Cunha to Rice this week. Triple Man United mid. Yeah, I would wait. I would wait a week. It's close, but Cunha versus Tottenham home, Rice versus Sunderland home. I think that's quite close, actually. I wouldn't do that this week. I think you can afford to wait a week, Grant. It's one of those that's 50-50, like. Cunha is more attacking. So Rice has got the slightly better fixture. It just feels a bit sideways this week, and you might need that transfer in 26. So I would delay that, personally. Is it midweek in 26, Oscar? Yeah, the double is... So game week... So the next few days are chaos. So this game week ends on Sunday. Game week 26 starts on Tuesday. So I'm going to have to work out how to do 4 videos in like 2 days. Because I think Tom's also going to be able to do his team selection this time. I was chatting to him earlier about it, how we're going to do it. And I think he's going to record on Sunday night. So I'll also have that to do. So I'll have 4 videos to do in 2 days. But it's fine. We'll get it done. But Arsenal don't play until Thursday, which is quite nice. It's nicely spread out for Arsenal. FPL Mikkel says, Stack, O'Reilly, Van der Ven out for who? Tips 1 mil, 1 free transfer. Only 1 mil. Maybe O'Reilly to Anderson. Have you got him? I think O'Reilly's more of a sell first than Van der Ven is. Van der Ven's apparently available, so... I don't know if Tom's locked it in yet, but Tom was going for Saar. You take 2 minutes to answer. I know I do take, sometimes I take too long for questions, but I just want to like properly think about it rather than just give someone a short answer and not think about it. But yeah, O'Reilly to Anderson is I like. You could go O'Reilly to Senesi. Piyush says, hi Oscar, 2 free transfers, 3 mil on the bank. Gabriel and Ryan, you want the triple up. Dorgu to Timber and Roll, or 1 free transfer. Dorgu to 3.9 mil and Marley to Rice. Or Zobosai to Rice, or both free transfers. I'd probably just do Dorgu to Timber and just keep an extra transfer banked there. Do not rush, Focal. I don't know, yeah, maybe I take too long with some questions. Baba Wabba says, Bruno, João Pedro, Ekitike captain. Bruno. Boom, that one was quick. Next question. Captain Bruno or Mbumo? I prefer Bruno. Both are great. Who are you taking Enzo out for? I'm not in a hurry to sell Enzo. He's got 3 great fixtures. Maybe Sharda. Holly in the chat, she says, rolling this week, Bruno captain. Another 20 gifting memberships from Kano. Mate. Thank you very much, Kano, for the 20. This is a mad stream. David with the 50. Kano with the 20. And we had more earlier as well. This is a mad stream. Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the 20 new members. Yeah, I already answered on Somerville. I said I wouldn't buy Somerville. He's only good for this week, really. Cheers. Yeah, thank you very much, Kano. I'll look again a 3rd and final time. Did you send the DM? No. Still haven't got it. So I don't know where you sent that. That went off into the ether, but I do not have it here. Oops, what have I done here? Oh, I just messed up the stream here. Bear with me. There we go. Are we back? Yep. No. Yep. Would you start Senesi or Haaland? I would start Haaland. When are you making your transfers? Sometime between now and the deadline. Probably. Usually I do it like 15 minutes before, so around then. Captain Poll, yeah, that's a good shout. So, wow, a lot of hits this season. 37% have taken none, but the next most is minus 12 or more. Minus 16%, minus 8. Captain Poll. So let us know your other, if you go other, otherwise Bruno, Haaland and Gabriel are the options there. Carlton says, I've got 2 free transfers and I needed to replace DCL and Bruno Guimaraes. What are your thoughts? Depends how much you got in the bank, Carlton, and who you don't own. So like, it obviously costs a lot more, but the best mids right now would be Bruno, Enzo, and Bumo, Rice. And same for DCL. Like if you can do DCL to Thiago, I would consider that, even though he's got a couple of crap fixtures. Long term, they're great. Would you bench Haaland or Krupi? Start Haaland. If anyone's thinking about benching Haaland, I wouldn't do it. Madueke captain. I wonder if his minutes get a little bit managed though because of Saka. Sunderland at home isn't an easy fixture. I think Sunderland at home is a pretty good fixture. Away is hard. They're still undefeated, aren't they? In home games this season. Krupi or Semenyo? I'd start Semenyo. Yeah, it's hard to say, Carlton, without knowing all that information, but Thiago, I would say, is worth replacing DCL for, and the same for those midfielders I mentioned. Shods, thank you for the 1 month as well. Sunderland is not an easy fixture, he says. I do agree, but actually I don't agree when a team's playing Sunderland home. Like, Arsenal home to Sunderland, for me, is a good fixture. Like, if we look at least what the bookies are saying, Arsenal are top on the clean sheet odds. They're top for projected goals. Yeah, not easy, but it's a good fixture for sure. Sunderland away is not an easy fixture. Lucas says bench boost to Dubravka, Thiago, Chow, Gummerson. Big double game it's expected. Yeah, personally, I can't get behind the bench boost this week. I just think there is a world where the Gameweek 33 bench boost looks really, really good. So I don't know if I want to leave it up to chance. And even then, you could wildcard in 32 and still set up a really good bench boost in 33. That is a nice bench though. That is a really good bench though. So yeah, it's not a bad bench. Are you really benching Thiago? I think that bench is strong enough to use it, to be fair. It's just a surprisingly strong bench because like my bench is absolutely terrible this week. So I'm amazed people have got a bench as good as that. Yeah, is Ross doing it? I know he was looking at it, but then he was worried about Timber or something. I don't know if he went through with it or not. I just think the potential doubles in 33 could be really strong for a bench boost, so I'd rather just wait. And then worst case scenario, you can still set up a decent single gaming bench boost, but you might even have a double bench in 33, depending on how it all plays out. It's too early to say, but I think that's fine to use it, Lucas. That's a good bench. Frank says bench boost Gueye, Van Dijk, Dubravka, Thiago. No, I think that one's weaker than Lucas's, so I wouldn't bench boost that, Frank. Fudgy says why so little Haaland captainers, injured fitness. Well, he's out of form. He's got Liverpool away, and like Bruno's been great, so I think it's basically that. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Prince Farouk says Trossard or Madueke, who's the better punt? I don't like either, honestly. I prefer the defenders and Rice. I wouldn't go for either. Madueke should be safe while Saka's out, but I still think he'll come off early. It could be Martinelli that goes right wing. Or it could be Martinelli comes on for Trossard. I just don't like either of them when they're a bit ropey for minutes. So I wouldn't go there. I'd rather double defence and Rice or triple defence, basically. Scholl says, not this week, but would you consider Brobby? I've not really looked at him, but I know he's actually doing quite well lately. Maybe in a few game weeks' time. But for now, I'd say no. He is cheap though, isn't he? He's doing pretty well lately, but probably wouldn't go there. Kano says Trossard or Zobosai, also Dubravka or Donnarumma. I mean, if you've already got Trossard, start him. Zobosai's better longer term, but Trossard's definitely better this week and next. I would say Dubravka over Donnarumma just about as well. DK said, do I start Thiago or Thiago? Head spinning on this one. I would start the attacker. Like, when it's kind of close, just start the attacker because they're generally more upside. I know Chow has actually hauled this season, but generally speaking, mids and forwards, especially ones that are on pens, are higher upside. Mr. Oscar King says Tarkowski or Anderson. Josh Turner says choose 2 out of Chow, Virgil and Tarkowski. Chow and Tarkowski if it's this week. Virgil's better longer term, but if it's this week to start, Chow and Tarkowski. John says, would you bench boost Dubravka, Watkins, Van Dijk, Anderson, 2 free transfers? I would require 1 to do Alderete to Anderson. I'm starting Timber 2. No, I'd save it. I don't think it's strong enough. Watkins doesn't necessarily start. Van Dijk's got City. Save it, John. Loving the music. Thank you. This song is mine. Big tune. Art says, could you break down Mbumo versus Cunha? Mbumo versus Cunha. Well, Mbumo's been playing up top. He's got better underlying data. Although Cunha did score last game week. And Cunha did go off early for Sesko last game. So for me, Mbumo's better, but both are solid. Both are good picks, but I prefer Mbumo. Focal, break it down right now. I broke it down. Consider it broken down. Is Timber available? He is, yeah. Arteta said he's fine, so I have to take that at face value. But knowing Arteta, that probably means he's like broken his leg. But Arteta's words were, Duran is fine. So, there we go. Calafiori, nah, too risky. Nkapie could get a game. Your captain is João Pedro. Best of luck with it. Bowen captain. Again, I don't hate it, but I just think Bruno's better. Even Gabriel, I think, is better. I'm on Bruno captain, Gabriel vice. If I had Bowen, I don't think it'd be my vice even. Does Haaland start? Yeah, he should do. I think he's going to be slightly over 100% EO anyway, so it's just one of those. Like, you don't captain him, and just, if anything, you hope he's benched. Like, I've got Haaland, and I'll be buzzing if he's benched. Although it probably won't happen. I would love it if he was, but I don't think it'll happen. Just because every week he's over 100% EO, so every point he gets hurts your rank. That's how it works with captaincy. I guess you'll still be just over it this week, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just be under. Who are the most bought players this week? Oh, João Pedro. Mate, he's going to be an absolute rank killer if he does well these next 3, which I wouldn't put past him. 788,000 have bought João Pedro. Bruno's 656. And then Enzo, Ekitike, Rice, Gabriel, Mbumo, Wirtz, Timber. Most sold. Saka, Bruno, G, Thiago, Foden, Watkins, Rogers, Haaland, Dorgu, Van de Ven, DCL. Fair enough. It's a deadline. It's 6:30, isn't it? So we got half an hour or so. Sweet. Right, keep the questions coming. This is flying by. I'm enjoying the stream. What did I say? Do you think Bruno's the best captain? Yeah, I would say so. He's 79% on the captain poll, so he's the overwhelming favourite. 5% Haaland, 7% Gabriel, 9% other. What should we do a poll on? Any poll ideas? I'm actually blank on poll ideas. I was going to do a chip one, but I couldn't think how to word it. Soham says, buy Kukurea or Chalobah. I would go Chalobah. I just prefer the centre-backs with Defcons, and he's even better for goal involvements this season. Colourblind Engineer, Saka to Rice, Lafay to Enzo -4. Yeah, that's worth it. I like that a lot. Luke says, DR. Who's DR? Is that Dubravka? DR, Gabriel, Senesi, James T. Is James T Tarkowski? I've never seen it written that way. Or is that Reece James? James T must be Tarkowski. You're throwing me off with these, Luke. BF. Who's BF and who's DR? And JT. Who's JT? You're killing me here, Luke. So Declan Rice. It's just back. No, but he's put it first. He's gone He's gone DR and then defenders. Why would he go Rice and then defenders? David Raya. It's not Declan Rice. It's not John Terry. Who's JT? Oh my god. This is a puzzle to even like get through work out the players here before I can answer it. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Okay. Who's JT? It's not John Terry. It's not Jay-Z. Jurian Timber. Right. Justin Timberlake. Okay. So Saka, AGs, that's Gordon. And Boomo and Rice -4. Jurian Timber. I can't even. Saka, Gordon, and Boomo, Rice. I actually can't even get my head. This is really hurting my brain, this one. Saka, AG, and Boomo, Rice -4. Or. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Well, who's JT? No, but JT can't be Timber because he's saying he's selling. I would go for the first combination. So you go Gordon and Saka to Mbumo Rice. That just makes sense. Yeah. Luke, I swear to God. That was okay. Yeah, the first one. Chat disconnected. What's happened now, mate? I'm falling apart here. It's Tarkowski. Oh yeah, sorry, it's Tarkowski. Right. I still prefer the first combination because you're selling injured players. Right, we did it. Are we still live? What has happened here? This is a... Alright, I have to just reload the chat. That's broken. Luke, that question literally broke my stream. Hang on. Pop out chat. Right. I think we're back. Put that down there. We're back. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Luke. Hydro says, hello, Oscar. Is it worth taking a -4 to bring in João Pedro and Enzo for Palmer and Gue? For a -4, probably not. Probably not for a hit. I mean, if you have to start Gue, then yes. But I'm imagining you've got someone else you can play. Just make up your answers. I can't make up answers. I want to give my genuine thoughts. Josh says, you're thinking long-term Rice or Rodgers? Well, it has to be Rice because he's got the double. Obviously, longer term, you might end up selling him again. But in the meantime, Rice for sure. Yeah, Rice is the priority. Semenyo to Mbumo. Yeah, I like that. Thiago and Wilson start 1. Thiago. I would start Thiago. Now this chat's frozen as well. What is going on? What did that say? This is putting me off ever starting an FPL channel. Oh, mate. Could Saka be a hold? No, he's got to go. He's a major doubt for the double. When's the double? The double is next game week after this one. Look, there you go. So we're in Gameweek 25. Look, the 10th of February, Gameweek 26. And that is the double. Brentford and Wolves for Arsenal. And Wolves have got Forest and Arsenal. So it's a great double for Arsenal. Bad double for Wolves, in a nutshell. What's everyone's Arsenal triple up for next week? Triple defence or double defence and a mid? What's your plan move? I'm going Saka to Rice, so I'll have double defence and Rice. Yeah, Ross is bench boosting. Wow. He's got a really good bench, so I do get it. I understand the temptation. You're on Raya, Gabriel, Rice, Raya, Gabriel, Rice, Is everyone not on Raya, Gabriel, Rice? What? The last four are all the same triple up. No one going triple defence. Raya, Gabriel, Rice, Gabriel, Timber, Rice. Sorry, yeah, Jose Martin. I'm still working through the list. So you said Saka and Dewsbury Hall to Rice and Mbumo -4. Yeah, I like that. Do it. That seems worth a -4. You should get those 4 points back very quickly, maybe even this week. Carlton says Semenyo, Gakpo, B, and then Fernandez, but then Fernandez with a Z. So is that Enzo? Bruno Fernandes, is that Wilson and such Somerville, bench 1? Gakpo, yeah, bench Gakpo. He's got City. Yinwei says bench 1, Verts, Chow, Anderson and Timber. I would bench Anderson. He's the lowest ceiling of those, I would say. Start the other 3. Who are you moving O'Reilly to? Maybe the Collins in 27. Luke says, my bad, mate. Thanks for getting there in the end. No worries, Luke. Appreciate you. Thank you for the question. Yeah, it ended up pretty funny in the end, trying to work out what you're asking. So, no, I appreciate you. Josh says, Rodgers to Rice to be done this gaming or wait. Yeah, I think it's worth it this week. It's an upgrade this week even, so I would say this week, Josh. Arch says Evan Nilsson to João Pedro for -4. I don't think I'd do that for a hit. Maybe for free next week, but then you're going to have to sell him again. I wouldn't do that for a -4 personally. You need Evan Nilsson to blank, João Pedro to score at a minimum. So I feel it's kind of unlikely for that to line up. What did you do for the clean sheet odds and goal odds for the double gaming? Oh, mate, Joe, it took me so much figuring out. It's too long to explain. But I can't remember how we did it. I think we used like future game weeks and moved it backwards, and then did something to do with fixture difficulty rating, weightings against the fixture, something like that. Kano says start, bench, order, captain and vice captain. So I think I'd start Dubravka over Donnarumma, honestly. Home to West Ham. Anderson, Gabriel, Chalobah, Truffert, Mukiele, Trossard, Rice, Bruno, Enzo, Zobosai, João Pedro, Ekitike, Haaland. So you start Anderson, Gabriel, Chalobah. I would start Trossard, Rice, Bruno, Enzo, and then I'd start the front 3. So Zoboslai first on the bench, Kano. And then I would do Bruno captain, Gabriel vice. 30 minutes till deadline. Nobody panic. 30 minutes till deadline. Got something in my eye. I think it's Luke's question. Bench boost, will Bruno G start? I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk that. I think he has a good chance of being in the squad, but then what if he's on the bench, for example? It's just a little bit risky, so I don't think I'd risk that. The JT effect is still kicking in. What changes are you making? Saka to Rice is what I'll do. So, is anyone else going to have 4 doublers in 26? Or am I the only one that's stupid enough to buy a Wolves asset? I'm panicked. Anyone else sit on 4 doublers in 26? Clean sheet odds, please. Clean sheet odds are here. So, Arsenal 58%, Chelsea, Fulham, Leeds, Man United, Brighton, West Ham, Newcastle. That's the bottom of the list there. I think it's just me. Oh, there we go. Mr. Blood Redster says me as well. Little Clum says he went Mane as well. And James. There are literally a few of us. Goal scorer odds. These assume the player starts. I don't know if there's any fixtures missing. I think it's all here. So like if Yokoro starts, he's top. Haaland, Sesko. Have we got assist odds or not yet? Yeah, look, Bruno's top, including assists. 0.73 projected goal involvement. This is also on the Focal app. FPL Focal in the App Store. Link below if you want to install it. 77p per week to become a member and unlock everything. Hide all the ads. Move your dashboard around. Change the theme. Premium widgets. Articles written by me. Link below if you want to check that out. You got Mane and Sarr, so you'll be on 5. Hamad Hassan says, I've got Pedro Neto, what should I do with him? I think if you've got the depth, I would just keep him, because he's got Burnley home and Leeds home after Wolves. But if you haven't got Enzo, for example, then I'd just make the switch. Because he's a doubt this week, that's the problem. He might not start Neto. I'd probably sell him actually. If I had him, I think I would just get rid. Depending on what you can afford. If you can get to like an Enzo or a Mbumo or Rice, I'd say it's worth it. Abdullah says, my team is perfect. I was planning to sell O'Reilly next week, but Mane's double game week seems appealing. Instead of Gu, I've got 0 free transfers this week. What are your thoughts? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think Mane's got much upside in the double, to be honest. The only reason I went Mane was because I was selling Ekatike, so I had to buy a budget forward anyway. You've seen an Mbumo rumour. What's the rumour? That's vague. VAR on that vague message, please. So no, I'd rather sell O'Reilly. Who's the music? This is Boxer Meet Canvas by Wilding. My cousin's music. Asif knows it. Comes on once per stream. PO4 Hughes says, who do I start in Hull, Derby, Lewis, KDH? You have Anderson. Derby? Lewis? You haven't got... Are you saying you've got Rico Lewis? Paul, Derby, and you have Anderson. I don't think I understand this one. Sorry, I'm not sure on that one. Not sure what you mean. JH says, same team as Obasai instead of Saka, 0.4 mil, 1 free transfer or roll. Same team, so if you've got the same team, then... Well, I'm doing Saka to Rice. Have you got Saka? I'm doing Saka to Rice. So that's what I would spend the transfer on if you... Oh, sorry. You got Zobasai instead of Saka. Yeah, I would roll. I would roll if I was you. Owen says, start Rodgers or Krupi. I can't start both. I would go Rodgers, personally. I know Krupi scored last week, but he's such a crazy finisher. Like, he barely shoots that much. Like, low shot frequency, but he's such a class finisher. Yeah, I would start Hall over Dewsbury Hall. Hugh. Oogie Boogie says, which to start, your AM, coffee or tea, milk in? I always have a tea, and I always have it double bagged. I don't know if it's got a proper name, but I just call it double bagged. I use 2 tea bags, so it's an extra strong tea. And then I take one out, leave 1 tea bag in, and I have milk, no sugar. That's my routine. What do you guys prefer, tea or coffee? Quick flash poll, tea or coffee? Sony says, hi Oscar, bar to Rice, I'm 0.1 mil short. Is it worth a hit to swap Zobo out or maybe O'Reilly out? Or should I do it next deadline? Depends who you can sell Zobo for. Like Zobo to Rice, Zobo to Anderson, I'd say that's worth it. There's not many players there. I think Zobo's more than cheaper than Enzo anyway, so no, I'd probably just do it for free next week and just leave Zobo in, save the hit. Matthias says, what forward to buy? The models love Bowen, but JP's more fun. I prefer JP as well. But, yeah, if I was buying one this week, I guess JP for the next 3. Thiago's better longer term. So you're just going to have to keep in mind, you're probably going to sell Thiago in a few weeks. But then if you've also got like an Enzo, then you've got a couple of transfers you really need to use in a few weeks. Because like Gameweek 28, Chelsea have got Arsenal. That's the thing. If you go JP and you've also got Enzo or a Palmer, then you're probably going to want to make a few transfers in a few weeks. So keep that in mind. How do we get the focal emoji in our YouTube name? Oh, it's the join button below the stream. You can become a member. I think it's only like £1.99, but you don't have to do that to support me, but it's there. And it gets a little loyalty badge by your name that changes like every month or something, and you get a few benefits like early access to videos. There's a member channels on Discord. Question from Louis, James to Saliba. Can you afford Timber though? I know he's like a lot cheaper, but Gabriel and Timber are better for me. I don't think I'd go Saliba. He's just such a low ceiling pick. He like never gets Defcon. Bowen's got Defcon more times than Saliba. How mad is that? One's a forward, one's a defender. So Timber and Gabriel are better than Saliba. Hope that helps, Louis. Where did I get to here? So MD Hagat says, struggling mate, I need points. Yep, Ryan Mukiele, Hall, Gabriel, Chalobah, Anderson, Semenyo, Bruno, Cunha, Watkins, Thiago. So you got no Haaland. What's your bench there? You've got Ndiaye, Saka and Gu. 1.7 or 1 transfer. Do I do Ndiaye to Enzo? Gameweek 26, Saka to Rice. Sorry, my brother was asking for FPL advice, so I just quickly replied. Triple Crown says, we're all struggling, brother. So, Ndiaye to Enzo or Saka to Rice, what's more priority? I think this week they must be pretty similar, but I don't know why you'd sell Ndiaye first. You do Saka. I would do Saka to Enzo and then buy Rice. Yeah, Saka to Enzo, and then you decide in 26 whether to go Rice or you go triple defence. Yeah, that makes sense. Do it that way, Rand. Oscar, you're looking cute tonight. Thank you very much. Nice music in the background. Thank you very much. This one I also made. Fade into the Sun, this is called, by FPL Focal. Yeah, thanks very much. Seth says, Saka to Enzo, 3.5 mil in the bank. Plan to get Timber for Hall next week and observing Salah and Verts for the next 2 game weeks. Might trade them for Wilson / Cole. Yeah, Saka to Enzo I like. Timber next week I like. Yeah, and sit on the sidelines and wait and see on Salah and Verts. I agree, that's what I'm doing as well. Yeah, looks good, Seth. Good plan. I'd probably get Verts in myself. I think I prefer Verts to Salah, honestly, and he's so much cheaper. Bale says, who to start, Maguire, Hill or Calafiori? I think I would take the chance on Calafiori because Hincapié started in the League Cup. I'd probably take that chance and go Calafiori if you've got him. But I think he's a massive risk for the double, I'm afraid to say. So you're going to have to sell him next week, really. Philip, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Start Ekitike or Anderson. Oh, you got to start Ekitike, really, haven't you? Captaincy picks. Bruno number 1, Gabriel number 2. Don't even know who number 3 would be. Maybe Enzo. Palmer. Matchup podcast says Enzo or Mbumo to replace Saka. Which is priority? Probably Mbumo, but that's quite close. Yeah, probably Mbumo. Just about. Very close, but I'd say Mbumo. Bellman in the chat says, hi Oscar, good luck all this game. Good luck to you as well, Bellman. Hope you smash it. Big green arrow. I think it depends if he has Bruno or not. Well, he's going to have Bruno for sure. Yazan. Oh, you mean if Bruno starts? No, I don't think doubling up is wrong. I'm perfectly comfortable with that. I was comfortable enough to pick up both. Yeah, I'll take a look, Philip. I did figure you might have struggled to put it in the message. Is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, did I put double L? I'll try, Philip. I'm scrolling up trying to spot it. Where are you? Control F isn't working, so I'm trying to scroll up and see it. I can't see it. Can you put it again in the chat, Philip? Just enter it again and I'll look out the bottom. I can't see it. Can't see it there scrolling up. It's going to be my birthday as soon as the deadline hits. Happy birthday to Arish in 15 minutes. What do you mean as soon as the deadline hits? In what time zone is it about to hit midnight at 6:30 UK time? Maybe there is somewhere. Happy birthday wherever you are. In 15 minutes. Any leaks? I don't think we'll get anything because tomorrow, because it's just there's one game tonight and then that's it tomorrow. So I doubt it, but I will check. Nothing at the moment. Oh god, I forgot to look for Philip's message again. Philip, did you put it in the chat? So Raya Anderson, Mukiele, Senesi, Bruno. You got no depth in the bench. 4 mil in the bank. 1 transfer to take a -4 for better defender than Mukiele. So you got Raya Timber. You got Saka. So I probably do. You could do. I would just do Saka to Rice. I'm not sure about the -4. I don't know if there's any defenders worth the -4, honestly. You're just going to have to ride it out. Like, I'm similar to you. I could take a -4 and like get rid of Mukiele or O'Reilly, but I just don't see it. So I wouldn't do it. Just Saka to Rice. Jacob says, what's your thoughts on DCL ahead of Thiago? Nah, I'd start Thiago. I'm not a fan of DCL. I know he's like streaky, but not for me. I'd start Thiago. Forest potentially a tough game as well. Klaus Sachs says my team is Rye, Gabriel, Vandenberg, Stev, Rice, Enzo, Wilson, Dubravka, Lefebvre, Mukiele, 2.7 mil. Any thoughts? So you've got triple Arsenal ready. Got Bruno Fernandes, that's nice. Thiago, yeah. So it's just the defence, really, that's the problem here. I would therefore sell O'Reilly. You could do O'Reilly to Chalobah. That looks quite nice for the next 3. I would consider that class act. I don't think you're tripled up, are you? You're doubled up. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do there. Nature Boy says sell Timber to Gabriel and Senesi to Hill, or go Anderson to Munoz and Senesi to Hill next game week. I'm not a big fan of either of those combinations. I feel like Timber to Gabriel is okay, but Senesi to Hill to fund it. Is that what you're saying? I would just do Timber to Gabriel. I think's okay. It's actually not that bad as a 1 move, but I don't know about 2 moves just for that. Especially when both defenders are both from the same team. It feels like a bit wasteful. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. It feels a bit like a wasteful way to spend 2 transfers, really. And I don't know about Munoz either, honestly. Like, Palace have lost Guehi, Glasner's out. It's to fund it, yeah. Is there not another way to fund it? I don't think I'd do that. If you really want Gabriel, the first combination is better. I wouldn't go for Munoz. Hamad says, is João Pedro valid captain and is he starting? I mean, the fact that you're asking if he's starting, for me, is like he's definitely not. He probably does, because Delap also started in the League Cup, but I wouldn't captain him personally. Red Mujan says, buy Senesi or Mukiele on the bench boost. Senesi over Mukiele, definitely. Well, Mukiele's got Arsenal, so... I mean, these are the clean sheet odds if it helps with which defenders. Like, if you haven't got Anderson, he's got Everton home, and they're 3rd on the clean sheet odds. Where are Bournemouth? A bit further down, 21%. I need to make my moves soon. Timothy says, start Dewsbury Hall or Rodon. Oh. That's a really close one. I think Dewsbury Hall just about edges that. Unless you're starting Anderson. I can't remember if you've got Anderson, but if you do, then play Rodon and chase the upside. Because it's so 50-50, to be honest. Thomas says, hi mate, Rose, Gabriel, Guay, Mukiele, Timber, Rodon, and Bumo Enzo. You've got 3 mil on the bank. Do I stick? Gabriel, Gay, Mukiele, Timber. So you've got the triple Arsenal. You've got 3 mil on the bank. Have you got anyone you can upgrade on your bench so you don't have to play Mukiele? I think that's fine, but Mukiele's not great, is it? Like, you could do Mukiele to Chalobah or something like that. Maybe one of your bench players you could upgrade. I'm not sure who your 5th mid is. I'd probably actually consider Ndai to Mbumo if I were you. Ndai is not bad, but maybe just Mbumo. Oh, that's your full squad. Oh, is it? But you've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, you do. Sorry. And you've got Mbumo already. Sorry. Okay. Mbumo, Enzo, Bruno, Rice. Right, got it. So you start Rodon, start Timber, start Gabriel. Yeah, it's perfect. Good team. Leave it as is. Don't need to do anything there. Extreme says, Captain Bruno or Bowen. Also say hi to Sam. Hello to Sam. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good luck this game, Sam. Hope you get a big green arrow. Bruno or Bowen? I would go Bruno captain, personally. Even if I had Bowen, I don't think I'd be captaining him. I would just be happy to own him. I think Bruno's better. He's top on the captaincy widget this week. 5 stars. Gabriel, Palmer, Salah and Bumo are on 2. So, yeah, I would just go Bruno captain, personally. I'm back in the captain widget all the way. If anyone hasn't got the Focal app, search FPL Focal in the App Store. It's free, loads of stuff on there, and if you want to unlock premium stuff, it's 77p a week as well. There's a link below, or just go to the App Store, search FPL Focal, and it will come straight up. Captain João Pedro, thoughts? Not for me, Vidat. Not for me. Again, I'd be happy to just have him, but he's not the best captain, in my opinion. I'd rather Bruno or Gabriel. Rusby says, play 2 Rodon, Gummerson, O'Reilly, Garner, Wilson. Play Wilson and play Rodon. Rodon and Wilson. And it's Jackson, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Appreciate you, thank you. Right, 10 minutes till deadline. Let's just have a quick look around for any news. Don't think there'll be anything, and then I'll make my transfer. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Right, all good. Let's make the transfer. So it was Saka to Rice. Make transfers. Anything in chat I've missed before I make that? No. Good. Saka to Rice. Done. quick screenshot of that. I'll post it in a minute actually. I think I've missed a few super chats that just popped up there, so let me get back to the chat. You too, Beardy. Where did I get to here? Momo Sissoko says, hi Oscar, 3 free transfers, Saka to Mbumo in Gameweek 26 and Dye to Rice, or in 1. If you can do both this week, yeah, so with 3 free transfers, both for big upgrades really, I would do it. I would do those now, both of them. Koa says, start Mukiele or Keane and Dubravka or Pickford. It's just, Keane might not start. I think I'd play Mukiele and just pray for DEFCON and a low scoring game, honestly. Dubravka or Pickford? Pickford over Dubravka. Mark says, hi Oscar, bench 1, Wilson or Thiago? Oh, I think I'd start Thiago. Thiago over Wilson. Has Tom locked his team yet? I can ask him. He was looking at Ndai and he was looking at Sarr. One of those two. I'll ask him now. One of those two definitely coming in his team. Can you look at the previous message, Oscar? Did I miss it, Joel? There isn't a previous one. I don't see it, Joel. Raya Dubravka. Okay, free transfers, 1.8 mil. So 1.8 mil. Can you afford? You can't afford O'Reilly. So I would do O'Reilly to Gabriel and then free the money up somewhere. Maybe Semenyo to Ndai to fund it, or Semenyo to Sarr. I think you need to get Gabriel in. If I'm reading that right, you don't have triple Arsenal. Right, let me keep going. Where did I get to here? Prenio says, I've got no bench boost cover, stack you and Dorgu, worried about Timber starting, no free transfers. Would you take a hit for cover or leave it and pray? I would leave it and pray. I wouldn't take a -4 for cover. Just doesn't make sense personally. If someone was a major doubt, but like Timber is not a major doubt, Arteta said he's fine, so I think the whole thing's a bit overstated. Like, it's not out of the question, but to take a -4 for cover that might not even be needed, it would just be a terrible hit. If that's how it plays out. Oh, it's not a hit I would take. Danny, thanks for the 21 months. Hey Oscar, Bruno G to Zoboslai or Sarr? I would go Sarr. Unless you haven't got Enzo, he's a lot better, or Rice. Or for more money in Bumo, but between those two, Sarr definitely. I mean, Zobo could play right back again. Right, I need to really quickly post my team. Gameweek 25. Saka to Rice. I always forget to post my rank on these, so I'll do that as well. There we go. DCL or Thiago? Thiago, Jonathan, definitely. For me, Thiago over DCL. I know, Guy, Hudson-Odoi played 45 minutes. Do I bench for Goodmanson? I would bench him then, yeah. Go Goodmanson. Colourblind Engineer. Bench all Sunderland assets and start Haaland, Thiago, Krupi. Or -4 to get Enzo and Rice, and then bench Krupi or Thiago and Haaland. Oh, Tom's transfer. What's he done? Tom has bought and die. Wow. I'll put Tom's team on the screen real quick. He's bought and die. For anyone that's wondering what he's done. I thought he was going to go Sarr, and it was between those two. But he has gone with... Oh, I can't... It's not working. Can I show it like that? That works. That's Tom's team. So he's gone Gordon to and die. He's vice captain in Timber. Not sure if he meant to do that. Right, colorblind engineer. Sorry, I did that, didn't I? So yeah, I don't know who you're going to sell. That's the problem with the -4. So it's hard to answer that really. But I think that's fine. Haaland, Thiago, Krupi's nothing wrong with that really. But it depends who you'd be selling for the -4. So I can't really say without knowing who you're selling. Igor says, "Do I captain João Pedro?" I think he might. There's a chance he doesn't play 90. There's a very small chance he doesn't even start, but I think he will start. So not for me. Wolves away. Wolves are actually the 3rd best defence over the last 6 for XGC. So I personally wouldn't captain João Pedro. I think Bruno's better. Gabriel. Did I miss any messages? I think we're all good. Start Krupi or Rogers? Rogers. Alright, I'll have to stop super chats I think now because I want to make sure I don't leave any questions too late. Keep the questions coming. Will Watkins start? He's in the predicted 11s. No one knows. It's hard to say. Thiago or Semenyo? Thiago. Chao Minte to Hill and Enzo. Yeah, I like that. I think, yeah, if Hill keeps playing, he's brilliant. Rodon also is worth looking at, but Hill's good for the same price. Be selling Saka and Lefay. Okay, yeah, do it. Yeah, do it then. Enzo, so Saka and Lefay to Enzo and Rice. That's worth a -4. Definitely. Why are you starting Haaland? Did you not see Pep's quotes? Well, who would you start on my bench over Haaland? Oh, let's end that poll. Let's finish with a quick captain poll. Two minutes till deadline. Captain poll is going up. Get your votes in. Fair point. I mean, my bench is dead this week. I just need to hope everyone plays. Mr. Blood Rester says, good luck everyone this game. Good luck all. Cold start Senesi or Guade, Rogers or Krupi. I would start Senesi and Rogers. Palmer captain. Buen dia captain. Type in master. I type rapid. So those years growing up playing RuneScape back in the day. Your web's crashed. I mean, yeah, everyone make sure your bench is sorted. You got a minute. Am I all good? Yep. Just making sure it all saved. Gabriel Weiss. Tom went Gordon to Ndai. That was his transfer. I've gone Saka to Rice. Doubling money. Mate, I was selling like 2k raw lobbies and all sorts back in the day outside Varrock Bank. RuneScape stream after the deadline. Mate, I'm done with that game. I literally maxed. I got 99 in everything. And then I was like, I'm done with this game. I'm not interested in completionists. Like 99 in every skill. I got the cape and then I was like, alright, that's me done. I'm done with this game forever. So I'll take that. I was happy to finish on a high and leave it at that. I randomly went back in. It must have been about a year ago, and like loads of them on my friends list were still playing. But a lot of them have changed usernames. So I just didn't recognise any of them. But I'm glad I got out. That's an addictive game. Is there a brand new skill? Mate, I'm not going back. It's got sailing. I thought that was a meme. Has it actually got it? Did they actually release that? Didn't even trim comp, what a noob. Mate, max is enough for me. I put about 4,000 hours into that game. Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'll take a look, but I'm not coming back. You look like Chris Barnett. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Oh, did we hit 250k during the stream? I noticed earlier we were pretty close, but did we get that? We didn't. 249,947. Very close. If anyone's not subscribed, that's how close we are. But 53 watching, we need to subscribe. Who's still watching? Are there 53 people still here? There is more than 53. Hit subscribe before you go, and we'll wrap up in a minute. Yeah, what moves did everyone make before we go? Let me know in chat. What transfers did you guys make? This is where it goes down instead of up on the subscriber count. Subbed earlier. Appreciate you. Adam's in the chat. Good to see Adam. Unsub quick. It's gonna go down. Oh, he went up by 3. I don't think we're gonna do it this stream. I think it's gonna happen over the next few days, maybe. But if you would like to see that hit that big milestone live, 250,000, then hit subscribe below. We'll give it one more minute, and then we'll call it a day. Van Heck to Timber, nice. Joe did Foden to Verts, I like that. Where's Teddy? He's outside somewhere. Didn't make it today. No, 51, it's not going to happen. We can't do it live. No one's clicking it, or maybe they all already are. I don't know. Interestingly, actually, my subscriber metrics are very, very good. Like, only 30% of viewers aren't subscribed, which puts it... yeah, apparently that's very, very good. Only 30% are unsubscribed. Like, often you'll get something like 75% aren't subscribed that watch content. So there's not actually many subscribers left to get, I think, compared to what... Anyway, I don't think we're going to hit it. Nearly. Thank you everyone for tuning into the deadline stream. I hope you smash it this game week. I'll be back on Sunday because of the quick turnaround with the players to buy, team selection on Monday, the experts probably Monday as well, and then we also got Tom's team selection and transfer plans to come. So lots going on. Hope you all enjoy the game week. Get a big green arrow. That's it from me. Focal out.
De Bruyne's corner.